कि मैं अपनी सुंदरता, मैं अपने वर्च्यूज़ किसी के साथ शेयर नहीं करूँगा, मैं इसको पास ऑन नहीं करूँगा, मैं अपने तक ही सीमित रखूँगा. ओके. द लॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ सोनेट 1 is relatively simple. Okay. The first quatraint states the moral premise that beauty should strive to propagate itself. The second quatrant, himself alone. The third quatrant gives him an urgent reason to change his ways and obey the moral premise, because otherwise his beauty will wither and disappear. And the couplet summarizes the argument with a new exhortation to pity the world and father a child. Okay, some of the metaphoric images in the poem are quite complex. The image of the young man contracted to his own bright eyes, feeding his light's flame with self substantial fuel, is an extremely intricate image of self absorption. Isn't it? कि खुद की खूबसूरती को आईने में देख देख के ख़त्म कर लेना हो, देखते जाना और आंखों के नीचे झुर्रियाँ पड़ जाएगी 10 साल बाद, और है ना, यू विल ग्रो ओल्ड. आप, है ना, इट इज़ प्री डेस्टिन्ड, इट इज़ फेट अकम्पली कि आप बूढ़े होंगे, आप बुजुर्ग होंगे, आप ओल्ड एज आपकी आना निश्चित है. ओके. फीडिंग हिज लाइट्स फ्लेम विद सेल्फ सब्सटेंशियल फ्यूल, isn't it? So again we will start with the first line. From fairest creature we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose might never die. Beauty's rose. Okay, beauty's rose. Rose is beautiful, that everybody know. सब जानते हैं कि रोज जो है बहुत beautiful होता है. But beauty's rose might never die. Fairest creature, I have already told you, the fairest superlative degree में, है ना, fairest creatures, the most beautiful, the most handsome, the most virtuous. From fairest creature we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose might never die. Beauty's rose. Beauty is here spoken of in terms of a rose, which is symbol of beauty. We want the best looking people to have children so that their beauty can be appreciated by future generation. But as the riper should by time decease, his tender hair might bear his memory. The riper, the man who is becoming riper and riper, the man who is growing older and older. ठीक है, in due course of time we everybody becomes riper, becomes older, grow older, isn't it? But as the riper should by time decease, his tender hair might bear his memory, isn't it? By time, in course of time, disease means die. Maybe disease means disease. Maybe it's die. People die from any kind of disease. Okay, for once the elder has passed away, his young will share the memory of his ancestors' beauty and may look like the elder. But thou contracted to thine own bright eyes, feedest thy light's flame with self-substantial fuel. But you obsessed with your own beauty. Okay, कि अपनी खुद की खूबसूरती देख देख के, सुंदरता देख देख के ऑब्सेस्ड हो जाना कि मैं, why I will share my beauty, my virtues with anybody, but you obsessed with your own beauty, selfishly consume all of that beauty's light, making a famine where abundance lies, thyself thy foe, to thy sweet self too cruel. Isn't it? Depriving the world of that beauty when there is plenty to be had by all. You are your own enemy. You are cruel to your own sweet self for not having a child to carry on your memory. Thou that art now the world's fresh ornament and only herald to the gaudy spring. Means you who are now a beautiful thing on earth and the one who announces the coming of spring. Thou that art now the world fresh ornament and only herald to the gaudy spring. Isn't it? gaudy spring. Herald. Herald means messenger. Herald. 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 Herald means what? Herald means harbinger. Okay. And gaudy spring. Showy, having a rich appeal. Gaudy spring. Sumptuous. You are now a beautiful thing on earth and the one who announces the coming of spring. You are messenger of beautiful spring that are coming. Within thine own bird buryest thy content and tender churl makest waste and negarding. Okay. Tender means youthful. Churl, here this word has been used to mean a miser. And negarding, what negarding? Behaving in a miserly manner. Okay. And you are burying your self-satisfied beauty within yourself and wasting it by being selfish. Pity the world, or else this glutton be to eat the world's due by grave and thee. The couplet, the last word of each line is what? Coupling. It's rhyming. Pity the world, or else this glutton be to eat the world's due by the grave and thee. Have pity on the world and bear a child, otherwise you are a glutton. Glutton means जो अपने ही है ना आसपास की चीज़ों को जो खा जाता है, that otherwise you are a glutton, keeping your beauty to yourself by taking it with you to the grave. Okay, so I have tried to make a summary of each line. Isn't it beautiful? Living being, a person to multiply. You can read in this slide. Okay, thank you. Again, in next class we will come with a new sonnet. Thank you very much.